Hello, welcome to Real Frank Rant. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the Fiesta Bowl, the college football playoff between Michigan and TCU. Michigan was heavily favored in this game. And then the universe said, no. They said, so close to the natty. So close to the natty, but the universe said no. We'll get into all that next.
Real Frank.
All right. Let's get into it. So, Michigan loses to TCU. 51-45. 51-45. What the fuck? If I don't laugh, I'm gonna fucking cry, okay? I mean, this game made no sense. The Michigan defense, for whatever reason, they averaged 90 yards against rushers. Rushers only gain 90 yards a game against them. But, hey, it's the playoffs. Why not? We'll give up 263 yards. How did they do that? How was that allowed? All they do is stop the run, make Dugan. Dugan beat you. No. 263 yards. Here's some more stats. Let's take a look at this. 263 yards rushing to Michigan 186. Hurts. It hurts. Felt like Michigan was so stubborn in this game. Like they were so adamant about running the football. They had to run the football. And at the press conferences before, Sonny, the head coach of TCU, made it very clear main focus was to stop the run. They already gave up their game plan. So I don't understand why Michigan outsmarted themselves and got cocky, stubborn. Why didn't you use the play action pass to set up the run? You know, sometimes you got to pass to set up the run. They were obviously focused on the run, so focus on some play action pass. They would be eating out of your hands. And the DBs of TCU are garbage. They weren't that great. They were getting burned all the time. They would have had their way. But they didn't. They were stubborn. So let's get started with the beginning of the game. They had a great run by Edwards. He took off, got him all the way down to the red zone. It was beautiful. And then for whatever fucking reason, they decided to run the Philly special, a trick play. Why would you run a trick play that early in the game? There's no reason for it. You do smash mouth football, what you're going to do. Something very basic and simple. Or just kick the field goal. But the Philly special on fourth down, oh my goodness. So the reporters after the game asked Harbaugh about that play. Let's take a listen to this.
Because we thought it would work, you know, and I take full responsibility for it not working, and should have had something different called, you know.
Yes.
I wouldn't, put that one on me. But they had it wired, and they had it well defended, and sitting here now, definitely would have wish I would have called a different one.
At least he's honest. Man enough to admit his mistake and admitting that was a stupid play call. At that point in the game, at the beginning of the game, that close to the goal line, and you run such a trickery play if you're going to go for it on fourth down. At least he owned up to it, so you got to give him that. Okay? But here's the thing, people. This is the thing that got me the most pissed off in this entire fucking game. This play right here. Michigan intercepts the ball here. And I want you to take a note of where the interception is. This is about the 48.5-yard line. Here's the 50. It's on TCU side, 48.5-yard line right there. All right. can't believe more people aren't talking about this, because this is some shady fucking shit. Now, I'm not going to say Michigan would have won the game or anything. There's a lot of issues in this game. Some of it on their part, most of them on their part, their play calling, and we'll get into more of that. But this play, I find very, very fucking disturbing, all right? So it's intercepted here, 48.5, 49-yard on the TCU side. And look where the official marks the ball. They caught it here. The official is marking the ball on the other side, on Michigan's side of the 50-yard line, on the 40. It's the opposite side. How the fuck can he blow that? I mean, the guy just got up from the fucking ground. He just got up from the fucking ground to go celebrate, and he's marking it wherever. He never crossed that side of the field when he picked it up. What the fuck? Nobody's really upset about this. I don't understand why this wasn't pointed or corrected right away, or why Harbaugh didn't challenge it, or someone on the Michigan sideline didn't see it, because this is a bluntly on purpose to me. This fucking asshole and some ulterior motives in this, I believe. I truly believe. How badly could you mismark the ball? It's quite obvious where the ball should have been marked. I can't believe someone from the Michigan sideline or the replay booth or someone did not stop the game to get that reviewed, because that was pretty clear. I mean, there's a big fucking difference. He's over here. The ball was caught over here. Here's the 50. Player caught it here. The guy's marking it over here, the other side of the 50. Here. And he's over here. It's a couple yards. I mean, that alone had me so angry. But we should have knew it was a sign of things to come. The universe just fucking hated Michigan. It's the only fucking explanation I have. Made their brains have farts, and they didn't think logically about play calling and scheme, and the defense is shit on stopping the run. This thing was a universal thing. But let me continue on. And then, of course, this famous play. So immediately after, they go for the jugular. They go for the touchdown to make this into a game. And again, if you're a football fan or a sports fan, you know everything in sports is about momentum and energy. Michigan goes deep. And let's take a look. I'm sure you've seen this many times. It's going down. Wilson's going to catch it. He doesn't have control yet as he crosses the goal line, and he's down and gets control as he crosses the goal line. Initially ruled a touchdown on the field. However, it was overturned by replay. I don't understand that. I thought replay was supposed to be inconclusive. I just don't get it. Don't they have their fucking A team on doing these games instead of these renter refs? I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, they say, Frank, maybe you're fucking biased because you're rooting for Michigan, but I mean, the media, TV personalities, the world had issues with this. It looks pretty obvious they didn't have control until he crossed the line. Ball never touched the ground, so that should have been an end thing. And then the way they reviewed it so fast was disgusting. Now, of course, we know what happened. Michigan runs the ball. They fumble the ball. TCU gets it. Again, this is a momentum game. Now, I'm not saying Michigan would have won or anything, but who knows at this point? It could have changed things. It could have brought the whole team down of TCU or changed something or gave Michigan momentum. We don't know, all right? But Michigan was still in the game. He still had a chance, and the guy should have never fumbled it on the next play. But the fucking universe. The fucking universe. So let's take a look at some things. Here's some feedback. Roman Wilson bobbled it initially when he hit the ground. Didn't actually maintain control of the ball until he was in the end zone. And this play shouldn't have been overturned. Exactly. That was the consensus. Even the commentators thought the same thing. Still waiting on the indisputable video evidence overturning the Roman Wilson TD. Me too. How How can they overturn it? If anything, they couldn't tell, and it had to be kept on the field if they wanted to be nitpicky about it. I don't fucking get it. Was this the same guy from Michigan State last year? The same replay booth from the Hutchinson sack in the end zone and recovery, and they fucking... Is it the same crew? I don't know. Even Herb Street did a live Instagram stream, and he was watching the game, and he was live streaming, and this is what he had to say.
Kind of still discussing that call after the interception by Michigan, had the ball near the field, in the very next play. They go deep and hit it. And on the field, they called the touchdown. And then they reviewed it, and what shocked all of us is usually reviews take 3 or 4 minutes. It's the quickest review ever, and it was wrong. The review was wrong. His knee touched, but by the time the ball came down, his momentum had taken him across the plane of the goal line, and he was in the end zone.
Exactly.
So his knee did touch to give off almost a perception that he was short, but by the time he had possession of the ball, and I don't care who wins the game, I'm just saying, let's get the calls right, especially...
Exactly. It's a playoff game, fuckers.
That, to me, has been the story of the game. That and TCU's defense, besides that, has been playing lights out. I think they really showed up with a kind of a chip on their shoulder.
Their defense wasn't playing lights out. They were committed to the run. If Michigan would have did some play-action pass and confused those fucking linebackers, it would open up the running game. But they were so fucking stubborn about running and smash ball and their pride and shit. They could have ran all over them in the second half. Their DBs were not good. They were going to get burned. And I'm telling you right now, people, that national championship game is going to be over by the first half. Georgia's going to expose those DBs, and they're going to do what Michigan should have done. Set up the run. You're going to use the pass to set up the run. The national championship is going to be a mess. People aren't going to watch it. They're going to get bored. Halftime be in bed. But even Kurt Herbstreit acknowledges how fucked up that call was.
How they going to hold up against Michigan's physicality. They're flying through football. I think that's been the story, is TCU's defense. And then that turn of events, that sudden change. Jim Harbaugh goes for the jugular and hits it.
Yep.
And they fumble the next play after the bad review. So that's pretty much what I've seen here. But this is got a lot of momentum changes. Going back and forth.
See, even Herbstreit, a former football player, admits how important momentum swings are in a football game, especially this magnitude. Oh my gosh. Let's continue. What the fuck's going on here? So this Michigan scores a touchdown, and this guy, this fellow right here is JJ McCarthy's dad. That is his mom. And you're going to see his girlfriend appear in the picture now. Watch this. There's JJ's girlfriend. That is JJ's girl. I mean, she's cute. But look what happens here. ESPN cameras. What's going on there? What the fuck is his dad doing? Look at this. What's going on? Look at that. That's not an accident. What is he doing with his finger? What's going on? What's going on, Mr. McCarthy? Huh? Mr. McCarthy, what's going on? Oh my God. Look at that. What's that? What is that? Oh, we're jumping. And then look at it. Oh, there's my hand. Oh, what's he doing? And then tap. Oh my God. Hasn't this poor boy JJ suffered enough in this game, and then you're smacking his girl's ass? I mean, what is going on? And then they got caught on TV, and the camera guy's like, oh fuck, I just ruined a marriage. Oh fuck. He had to pan out of that to not see where that was going. That was very, very, very strange. Here's some tweets. ESPN stop showing JJ McCarthy family girlfriend since it realized just ended a marriage. It's going to be a long ride home once mom opens up notifications on Twitter. What the fuck was he doing? What was he thinking? I don't. What kind of maybe him and JJ got a tag team thing going. I don't know. Maybe it's like that, father and son. I hope so for his sake, because he's got some explaining to do. Man. And then the infamous targeting call. So, again, there was a lot of mistakes made in this game. Okay, I personally believe the play calling, they were too stubborn to get away from the run in the first half. They should have set up the run with a pass, with a lot of play action, and they would have had those linebackers and D-line eating out of their hands. But it was still a game when Michigan got the ball with no timeouts left, and then there was a targeting call with about 25 seconds left. Now, I'm not going to say they could have won if they would have called this targeting call, which was, after this, I don't know what targeting is, I guess, because to me, this seemed like the targeting call that was always talked about during the college football season. We see things far less worse that happened in this game that was called all season long. But for whatever reason, it could not be called. Let's take a look at this thing. Here he comes. Boom. Boom. I mean, what the fuck? Look at that. Helmet, leading with the helmet. Boom. Boom. I mean, what is more of a better definition than targeting? I don't understand. Boom. Boom. All right, so I was like, maybe it's me. Maybe I don't understand the definition of targeting. So I looked it up. Again, just to be clear. Here's what it says. No player shall initiate contact and target an opponent with the crown top of his helmet. With the crown top of his helmet. What's going with the crown top of the helmet. That's what it said, right? So let's play this again. Crown top part of the helmet. Oh, look at that. That looks like the crown top part. Maybe it's the angle, right? So let's look at another angle here. So here we go. Here's another angle. Look at he's leading with his head. Oh, crown top of the helmet. All right, so let's. When in question, it is a foul. It added that no player shall initiate contact and target a defenseless opponent above the shoulders. What the fuck is this? So here's another angle. I mean, I don't get it. Leading with the head, hits him in the back of the fucking head. That should have been a targeting call. They reviewed it, but they said there was no targeting. Now again, this would have left 25 seconds. Who knows, all right? But I'm not going to say miraculously they would have won the game. We don't know, all right? But the fact that the rules are in place and these ass motherfuckers couldn't even get that right in the replay booth, again, what the fuck? What the fuck? Someone explain to me. Yes, I'm not saying that this could have helped win the game. I mean, JJ, in my opinion, threw those 2 pick six, and those were the huge mistakes that cost Michigan the game. All right, that's my opinion. And the play calling, the stubborn about running the ball when they could have ran play action passes, and then ran all over them in the second half because those DBs were garbage. But the 2 pick six and Michigan's stubbornness to just keep trying to run the ball rather than open up the running game, in my opinion, cost the game. But why was this not called? And why is it not being talked more in the media? Why are these officials not being held accountable? That replay booth, I mean, the officials did call this one, and they reviewed it and said no targeting. So how come those people aren't put on the spot? How come there isn't more discussion about those people? It's just infuriating. I mean, this fucking close to the natty. Shit like this happens, man. Shit. And again, JJ threw his picks in the play calling. It was silly. Here's some tweets. Joel Klatt. Seems like a pretty fair commentator. You know, I feel pretty confident in Joel. I don't know about your opinion, but I seem to have always felt kind of unbiased. I thought I've always done a solid job. But this was his tweet. Replay in college football is broken, and targeting foul is equally broken. Clearly a TD in the first half. 100% targeting, and I hate targeting at the end. Officiating needs an overhaul. No reason for every conference to have their own officials. Should have a national officiating base. That's a great question. Why does every conference have their own officials? Why isn't there one big officiating crew, a national one? I don't understand it. What's the reason in that? What is the logic? Why can't they fix that? Why can't they have this full-time officials? Their job is to learn the rules, catch the rules, and everything. Especially with all the gambling that's going on, all that betting. You figure they'd be more concerned about this. But that's a great point, Joel. And then after the game, here's JJ staring at TCU celebrating. Man, it's kind of very similar to, I don't know if you watched the NFL playoffs last year, and Stephon Diggs was watching the celebration after they lost in the playoffs. It's very reminiscent of that, but here he is watching the playoffs. No. Someone made this photo. Hey, your dad was touching your girl's ass. Someone put a picture of his girl's ass and his dad touching his girl's ass on TV and the big screen. That's what he's staring at. Fucking poor kid. JJ. I wonder how that conversation's gonna go. I really do. I mean, how's he not know what happened? His dad's like pointing. He's like, poor guy. Poor JJ. That poor home is broken now. The TCU football coaching staff did a much better job today in critical moments. The UM football staff will be sick with some of their decisions inside the 10-yard line. That's for sure. Oh, man, they're going to have some regret watching the tape. It's hard to overstate what a missed opportunity this was for Michigan football. Had a team good enough to win it all in a winnable matchup, but 2 pick six, 2 scoreless goal line chances, all the missed tackles. Another chance is favorable probably won't present itself. That is so true. They had so many missed tackles. They couldn't stop the run. That's all they were doing. And this was a very beatable team. Very, very beatable. This matchup, the Michigan and Georgia matchup in the Natty would have been a great game. They're so similar, but they blew it. They just fucking blew it. I mean, this was their opportunity. This opponent, it was all aligned, and it just fell apart. Dugan was great at avoiding sacks, but completed 48%, had 2 interceptions, ran very little, and TCU Dugan was 2 for 9 on third down conversions when attempting to pass. He was not sensational. Their coaching, run game, and situational D was. It's a fact. Dugan played all right. He didn't carry the team. He had some mistakes, but what this guy said I thought was very right on about the TCU part of it. So you can't argue that. Bad U of M loss? Yes. Did the offensive play calling cost us? Yes. Did we screw ourselves? Yes. Was that a Roman Wilson TD? Yes. Should we have not fumbled on the goal line? Yes. Did our defense fail us? Yes. Was that targeting? Yes. All this true, and it all sucks. They're right. It all sucks, and it's all true. Nothing we can do about it now in hindsight, right? I'm sorry. I just need a moment. This is so frustrating. And there's some fans that have lost it. Michigan can never and will never win the big game. Done with these frauds and the revenge tours and trips to Italy. How about a trip to Natty? And he's burning his jerseys. I mean, come on, man. They're close. They're in so much better shape than they were a couple of years ago. At least they're building something, man. Come on. Good. Just get over it. You know, drink it away like everybody else. Have some beers. No worries, we just witnessed a college playoff semifinal be rigged by SEC officials, one of which is an Ohio State alum college football for you. Is that true? I would love to know that. I would love to know if one of those officials was an Ohio State alum. Maybe the guy spotting the interception. I mean, because that was such a fucking bad spot. I could see him being that guy if this is true. I'm not saying it is, but if it is, my pick is that asshole. That asshole. That's my pick. But the only thing that made it salvageable night on New Year's Eve was watching Ohio State not win and lose by 1 point. Those should have never been in the playoffs. And the fact that they got there and almost won is extremely frustrating. Had they won, I would have to be fucking medicated. I mean, I would have lost it. Because they had no business being there. They didn't win their conference. They got destroyed in their final game. And then they're invited to the playoffs. And then they would win and play the Natty. Oh, my God. Oh, something seriously. The universe would have been totally wrong here. But fortunately, they lost. And I kind of think it's funny that they lost by the 1 point. The poor kicker, though. The poor kicker. And this hit. Oh, Jesus. This hit. Did you guys see this hit? I'm sure you saw it, but from this angle, you have to hear this hit. This is the Marvin Harrison. CJ Stroud scrambling, and he's trying to find someone in the end zone, and he almost has Marvin Harrison, but Marvin gets blown out. And here's a different angle from the TV angle. You have to listen to this. Oh, fuck. It was like he ran into a car, man. Oh, my God. I mean, listen to this again. This impact. Now, my favorite part of this hit, obviously, I'm concerned for his safety. I mean, you don't want to see him get blown out like that. Because Marvin Harrison Jr. we got, even he's wearing these colors and goes to school. He's a very great receiver for sure. But the audacity of the ref, look at, he's throwing the fucking flag, and look where it lands. Practically lands on the guy, and he's out cold. He's got a concussion. He's out, and look where the flag is rolling. It's rolling right up on him. Jeez, oh, peace, man. Oh, that's just insane, that hit. I don't think I would ever get up from that. I think I would retire. I'd have to retire. One hit like that, I'm done. Coach, this is crazy. That was crazy hit. And then this guy missed the kick. Oh, and he missed it bad. And the fans went crazy. And I feel bad for the kicker, all right? Because Ohio people are just going to rip this kid, and he's going to be stalked and hate tweets and all this shit. It's a poor kid, all right? I feel bad for the kid. But I love the situation. I love the fact that he missed it, and I love he missed it very bad, and I love that's how it ended for them. Because they shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. And then here is another beauty. I gotta see some bad things to make me feel happy about the way this whole Michigan thing went down. All right, so I apologize for my cruelty right now, but here's a clip of Ryan Day meeting with his family after the game. Here he goes. He's got his daughters, his wife. Ah, yes. I'm sorry. I'm a loser. Sorry, I dyed my beard. I hope I don't get any dye on you guys. My beard dye on you. But thanks for coming here. I'm your dad. There's nothing you can do about it. I know I lost. I blew it. He gets a little peck from his wife. Oh, golly gee. That made me feel a little better watching that and seeing that video. And then someone took some shots on him. Ryan Day looks like somebody tried to draw Ben Affleck from memory. Oh. And then the poor Ohio State fan people. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. But you shouldn't have been there, motherfuckers. You should never have been there. Michigan destroyed you, and you got a free fucking pass, and it made me happy that you lost by a point. Yes, Michigan played like shit. The play calling was awful, but now we're all going to suffer. We're all going to suffer from bad replay, bad play choices by Michigan, and stubbornness, and JJ's 2 interceptions, and JJ's family ruined now because his dad was macking on his girl, to a shitty national championship game. I'm predicting a blowout. Who suffers here? The fans suffer here that aren't Georgia fans, that wanted to see a great game. So Oh, it hurts. But it is what it is. Until next time. Thanks for watching.